and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty features remedies for inner healing and outer beauty. Real-time conversations with sisters in the Hebrew Israelite community, focused on healing our spirit, mind, and body, which will contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. Sip a cup of tea, wear your favorite turban, tee, or tunic, and enjoy tea time with Shebrew Royalty. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit, love, joy, and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness, endurance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew Royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Shalawam, 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 akwathiam. Come on in, sisters. Come on in. Come on in with your beautiful royal selves. So as you come in, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let everyone know that we are now live. We are getting ready to get started. So if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button right now. Hit the like button right now, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like I said, let everyone that you know, all of the sisters that you know, let them know that we are live. We are live. We are back. We are back. Yes, we had a 1-week break there, but we are back and in full force. So come on in. As you come in, please post something in the box, the chat box, to let me know that you are here. Post a comment, a thumbs up, a quam, something to let me know that you are here. Let us get this royal Shebrew tea party started. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, sisters. Come in. Let me know that you're here. Post something and let me know that you're here. And like I said, don't forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And let's get this show on the road. We have been gone for a week. Shalawam, Sister Johnny. How are you? Come on in. Awesome. So good to see you. So good to see you. Come on in. Yes, let everyone know that we are live. We have a very, very informative show planned for tonight, as usual. That's good to hear. You're good. All praises, all praises. So before I go any further, what we do every single time we come together is the first thing that we do is we give a shout out, a big praise to the Almighty, I am that I am, AHAYAH, the God of the Hebrews and Shebrews, in the name of his son, Christ, or Yeshaya in the Hebrew. I am your hostess, Kuala Yakaka, and I humbly thank you for joining me on this broadcast today. It's so good to see you. Good to see you, Sister Johnny. Good to see you. Come on in. Who else is here? Who else is here? Please let me know that you are here. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about your week. Let's first start off with this week, this past week. You know, I did not get to see you all last Sunday because, of course, we were coming down. Some of us were still traveling back home after the Passover celebration. So last Sunday, I was still in North Carolina. So I did not come back home until Monday. But let's talk about this past week, the past couple of weeks. Let's just real quick, before we get into the show, let me know, how was your Passover? How was your Passover? Talk to me. Barak, I thought to you. Barak, I thought to you, sis. Yeah, so talk to me. How was your Passover? Where did you celebrate your Passover? And also, let's not forget, Feast of Unleavened Bread. My Passover was phenomenal. It was so amazing. I don't even know how to put it into words, because this was my first Passover on the East Coast. Last year, it was on the West Coast, which was absolutely amazing as well. But this year, oh my gosh, and everybody that I've heard, they were saying that this year was the year of all years to top all of the Passovers, the previous Passovers. So they just keep getting better and better. You said it was blessed and inspiring. Khan, yes, it was. Mine was just so amazing to see over 3,500 of us praising and worshiping the same God in one place, in unity. In unity, no drama whatsoever. Everything was in decency and order. It was beautiful from beginning to end. There was, you know, I cannot find one thing to criticize. I mean, not that I was looking for anything, but everything was just phenomenal. It was perfect. So I can't wait to see what next year has to offer, because if this year was so amazing and they just keep getting better and better, next year is going to be off the chart. So the Most High willing, you know, we will be there wherever it's going to be held next year, and celebrating again, coming together as a family, coming together under one accord. And it was just so beautiful. And there are a lot of people that were, you know, saying that leading up to the Passover, there were challenges, of course, and that's to be expected. I myself, I fractured a toe a couple of weeks before leaving for the Passover. So that was challenging, getting through the airport and so on and so forth. But it didn't stop me. It didn't stop me from, during the Passover, to get up and praise and worship and dance. You know, the adrenaline, I think it was the adrenaline, it was so high that while I was dancing and celebrating and praising and everything, you know, that was the least of my concern. But at night, when all that adrenaline came down and the endorphins and everything else, when everything came back down to normal level, yes, the foot was throbbing. But I got up the next day and did it all over again. So now I am at home and I'm resting the foot, trying to as much as possible. But like I said, every one of us, I'm sure, had some form of challenge in getting there and even after. But I tell you, bring on the challenges. Bring on the challenges, because like you said, Sister Johnny, we're practicing for when Yeshaya comes. That's right. This is just a practice. So, yes, my week was phenomenal. My feast of unleavened bread was amazing. The whole week was so incredible, but it was so amazing to see other brothers and sisters, and it was like a huge family reunion, and to get to meet the elders for the first time. It was just such an amazing experience. So yeah, that's what I have to say about the Passover. I mean, I can go on and on and on because there was just so much. The vendors, I mean, when we saw all of the products that the vendors brought, the clothing, the soaps, it was just so much stuff. And it just proves that we can come together and, pull this nation together and come on one accord, because we did it. Sister Johnny said, that's the way I was when I got home. My back went out. Oh, wow. Yes. I remember you said that. Yeah. So it had to be something, but nevertheless, we're still here. Praise the Most High. We're still here. And I'll do it all over again. Sister Carla, so good to see you. Shalawam, good to see you. Yes, it was so beautiful. And you were on the West Coast. And like I said, last year was the West Coast for me, and this year the East Coast. So talk to me. How was it? How was I know it was phenomenal. I know it was great. So, but yeah, just let me know. Post something in there about your Passover celebration. So yeah, I'm already preparing for next year, Most High willing. I am already preparing, because I do plan to be, if it's the Most High's will, I do plan to be a vendor next year. So I am starting to get I'm already starting right now to prepare for next year. So I'm not at the last minute trying to get things together. No, I'm going to do a little bit at a time each month, so that next year I am prepared for vending. Yeah. When a handful of the remnant and finally come together and turn to him. That's right. Just a handful, just a remnant. Yes, that is so true. So before moving forward, let's go through all of the disclaimers, all of the housekeeping stuff. Let's get those out of the way, and then we can jump right into this show. So before moving forward in this discussion, let's talk about what this channel is not. Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay. That's okay. I get it. It's not meant to be everybody's cup of tea. But if you come upon this channel and you realize that you do not agree with our lifestyle, our beliefs, once again, that's okay. Just keep searching YouTube, and I am sure that you will find your perfect cup of tea and your perfect flavor. You owe that to yourself. So what I do ask is that you not leave any derogatory comments or statements in the chat box, because that would be distasteful. We would really appreciate it, and we thank you in advance. Also, although I am a medical provider, corporate health and wellness coach, and a functional nutrition-informed professional, and I will be touching on topics of health and wellness in my broadcast, such as tonight, we will not be utilizing this platform to diagnose or treat anyone's illnesses. If you are experiencing any medical problems whatsoever, please consult your healthcare practitioner. And the views that you will hear on this channel are the views of myself or my guests, and not those of any particular church or organization. So Sister Carla, you said West Coast Passover was amazing. All praises to the Most High. AHAYAH Bahashim Yeshai Warawat Kadash. The Most High willing, I will be on the East Coast next year. Yes, Sister Carla, we talked about that. It would be so wonderful to have you to have you come out and celebrate with me. And we go to the East Coast celebration together. So I am looking forward to that. I am praying about that because it is such a different experience. It is, the West Coast, it's a lot smaller gathering. And on the East Coast, it was just so grand. It was so grand. And it was just beautiful. It really was. So one more thing, if you would like to be a guest on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty, please send me an email to shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com and include a brief description of your business, your product, service that you offer, that you provide, or a topic that you would be interested in co-hosting. I am going to put that information on the banner right here for you. So here's my email address, shebrewroyaltybiz@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you and brainstorm on how we can collaborate to help heal and strengthen Shebrews throughout the four corners of the world, which will ultimately contribute to the healing of our nation as a whole. So please reach out to me and let's collaborate and hopefully get you on board to co-host a show, or just even talk about whatever products or services that you have that may be of interest to our nation. Also, I would like to introduce my sponsor, Orderly Fashion 144, where you can shop for custom trends, designs, accessories, and apparel for the dapper and chic. So this is where not only the sisters can shop, but also the brothers as well. So I am now going to put their information on the screen here for you. There you go. OrderlyFashion144.com. So there's a Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty discount for my guests. So there's the code QALA15, QALA, my name, 15, to receive 15% off your purchases. Free shipping will also populate on orders of $70 or more. They are also looking for fashion models that will purchase from the website and submit full body pics for the website. You can receive up to 35% off your orders and one free item per month. In order to do so, you must order at least 3 items monthly from the website. For more information, please send an email to info@orderlyfashion144.com. Let's take that down and let's talk about My Guardian Doc. Let's talk about My Guardian Doc. Let me introduce. Let me get their information on the screen. Give me just a second here. So here it is, myguardiandoc.com. It says here, imagine your doctor being your best friend. For just $27 per month, you'll receive a comprehensive package that includes medical guidance, on-demand urgent care, mental health guidance, primary care, virtual second opinions, and more. So many of us, we don't like having to go into the urgent care if we don't have to. So with My Guardian Doc, you can actually be seen via telehealth. You can also receive a virtual second opinion if you have received a diagnosis and you want to make sure that that's what you're dealing with and you want a second opinion. You can also get a second opinion through myguardiandoc.com. And just for $27 a month for an entire family, I think that's a great deal. So in order to get more information, just go to the description box below this video. You will find the website address and the link on how to subscribe for benefits if you desire to do so. All right. So that was myguardiandoc.com. All right, so we've gotten all of the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Let's jump into tonight's show. But before doing so, if you haven't already done so, hit the like button, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hope that you're wearing your favorite turban, tee, tunic, or dress. And that being said, let's sip some tea and have healthy talk. Let's get this royal tea party started. Let's do that. So sisters, tell me, what is your cup of tea tonight? What is your cup of tea tonight? You know, tea time with Shebrew royalty just will not be tea time without tea, correct? So what is your cup of tea tonight? Post that in the comment box for me. What is your cup of tea? Let's talk tea. Let us talk healthy tea. So I'm going to tell you what my cup of tea is. So my tea tonight is Ticino. It's Ticino dandelion caramel nut tea. I know that's a lot. Ticino dandelion caramel nut tea. So I chose this tea tonight because it is made with dandelion and chicory root, which are both amazing prebiotics. One of the components that's necessary for gut health, which we will be discussing tonight. This tea is also caffeine-free and gluten-free, and it's detoxifying because of the powerful dandelion. So let me show you. This is my little box of Ticino teas. So by the way, chicory root and dandelion are also considered bitter herbs, which we eat during Passover. So these teas can also contain bitter herbs. So let us go here. Let us watch this video. This video is 5 wonderful health benefits of drinking chicory coffee, or in our case, tea, which is what I have here. And oh my goodness, this tea is so delicious. And if you like the taste of coffee, it has a coffee taste to it because of the chicory root and also the dandelion, but it's so delicious. So yeah, let's watch this video about chicory root and the benefits, the health benefits.
Today, let's talk about benefits of drinking chicory coffee. Chicory coffee is popular among coffee lovers because it tastes similar, yet it does not make them nervous like caffeine does. Chicory coffee is a beverage, which is normally made using chicory root that is ground roasted and then brewed into coffee. Chicory root coffee appeals to a healthier lifestyle. The chicory root in the coffee is a good source of inulin, which is linked to improved gut health and increased weight loss. Let's dive in deeper to see what exactly are the benefits of drinking chicory root coffee. 1. Drinking chicory coffee can improve digestive health. It is backed up by science that chicory root is a great source of inulin fiber, which can help you improve your digestive health. This fiber is a type of prebiotic and it encourages the growth of a healthy bacteria in your gut. According to several studies, inulin can increase the concentration of this healthy bacteria strains in one's colon. Another study shows that chicory is able to reduce constipation and improve your bowel function. So, if you have any digestive issues, you should consider adding chicory root coffee to your menu. Once you see how many health benefits it offers, you will never go back to caffeine. 2. Chicory coffee can help lowering the blood sugar levels. The inulin in the chicory root has been shown to help manage one's blood sugar levels. It improves the way carbohydrates are metabolized. Studies show that inulin might have a great impact on the blood sugar and the insulin resistance. For those not familiar with insulin, it is the hormone, which transports sugar from your blood muscles and tissues. When the levels of insulin in the body are high for a long time, the insulin resistance occurs. It can decrease the effectiveness of this hormone and result in high blood sugar. Chicory coffee can be really helpful for people who have noticed signs of prediabetes such as increased thirst, fatigue, and blurred vision. Besides, chicory root might increase the levels of adiponectin, which is a protein that can regulate your glucose levels. 3. Chicory coffee have detox effects on our body. Chicory root contains essential minerals that aid the detoxification processes in your body. This root is high in potassium, which is an electrolyte mineral that is important for your heart health and blood pressure. Minerals are vital for the optimal functioning of your body, such as the balancing of alkalinity and acidity. Most detox programs emphasize on consuming foods and beverages that are rich in minerals. By drinking chicory root beverages, you will correct your metabolic acidity, support the mineral requirements of your body, and encourage the detoxification. Your body needs this detoxification or physiological removal of dangerous toxic substances so that it can function properly. Chicory root is also able to detox your liver. It reduces oxidative stress, prevents cell damage and improves the conditions inside the liver. Chicory protects the liver from free radicals and possible toxicity. 4. Drinking chicory coffee can also decrease inflammation. People say inflammation is a normal response of your immune system. But in most cases, inflammation can contribute to serious medical conditions such as diabetes, heart disease or cancer. Chicory root is proven to possess anti-inflammatory properties, and it is because of the inhibition of various cytokines. These small proteins are very important for the cell signaling. When chicory coffee is consumed, there will be a significant improvement in the red blood cell deformability. This means your body will be able to restore cells to their original condition and respond to inflammation. We all know inflammation is the root of almost all diseases, and if you lower it, you will stave off other health problems. Drinking a cup of chicory coffee every morning can protect you from inflammatory processes and improve the functions of your immune system. 5. Consuming chicory coffee can also support weight loss. Chicory root fiber might regulate appetite and decrease your overall calorie intake. When you stop consuming so many calories, you will finally accomplish a healthy weight loss. A study shows that chicory-derived oligofructose is able to decrease the levels of ghrelin. This hormone stimulates your constant feeling of hunger, and when its levels become lower, you will not feel the need to consume big portions anymore. Chicory root can increase your feelings of fullness and regulate your appetite in this way. It increases cholecystokinin and glucagon, which are called satiety hormones, and make you feel full after a meal. If you want to achieve your goal, lose weight in a short time and enjoy your future skinny figure, you should consider giving up caffeine and start drinking chicory root coffee. Not only you will enjoy a sweet beverage, but you will improve your figure and self-esteem as well. Chicory coffee really is a healthy alternative to regular coffee. If you are a coffee lover but don't want to intake too much caffeine into your diet, definitely give it a try. Thumb up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you would like to get notified when a new video is on. See.
So yes, that is the story on chicory root. It really is delicious. And like I said, if you are a coffee drinker and you want to basically get off of the coffee, detox from coffee, this is the best alternative. This is the best alternative. I've been drinking Ticino teas for quite a few years, but something was puzzling me because I could drink certain flavors and not have any issues as far as my gut. And then other flavors I would drink, primarily the coffee flavors and not the teas. But when I would drink the coffee, the herbal coffee brand, I would have stomach cramps. Well, I learned it is because those are not gluten-free. Certain flavors, such as the caramel nut, the dark roast, the chai, the red chai, the coconut, the mocha mint, and the turmeric, are all gluten-free. So if you have gluten intolerance, when you're buying the Ticino teas, you want to make sure that you are buying the gluten-free brand, which does not contain barley. So those that have barley, if you are gluten sensitive, you want to avoid those. But Sister Johnny, you can find these teas. There are a lot of different grocery stores that sell them. HEB, certain HEBs. They're not in every HEB, but you can also find them on Amazon. And so this is where I purchased my last box, was from Amazon. And you can get an overnight delivery, next day delivery. And so I have another video that I want to show you. And this video is from Ticino itself. And this is Ticino Herbal Coffees and Teas Q&As. So some of your questions will be answered in this video. Ayandabar, sis. Ayandabar, you're so welcome.
Thanks everyone for your questions that came in from our stories post on frequently asked questions for Ticino. We're going to go through a bunch of them today.
And this is really not a promotion for Ticino teas as far as being compensated monetarily for this. This is for information purposes only. Okay, just for informational purposes only.
Today, and hopefully this helps you all out. So the first one was how many milligrams per serving in our mushroom adaptogen blends. I got the reishi eleuthero here, for example. Reishi is the mushroom, eleuthero is the adaptogenic herb. The amount of milligrams listed here is per serving. So in this example, for the eleuthero root, we have 1,000 milligrams and 500 milligrams of the reishi. In the tea bags, it's a 6-gram serving. That's how many grams are in a tea bag. That is, it's 600 milligrams of the eleuthero and 300 milligrams of the reishi. And the reishi is a mycelium and a fruiting body blend. There's wonderful health benefits with the mycelium, which is like the roots of the mushroom, as well as the mushroom itself, which is, well, we often think of as the fruiting body. Another question that came in: can Ticino's herbal coffee all-purpose grind brew any way you make coffee? And the answer is yes. We designed Ticino to be brewable just like regular coffee grinds. This is an all-purpose grind here, and that means that it's a fine enough grind that you can use it in an espresso machine, but it's not so fine that you can't use it in a drip coffee maker or a French press, or a pour-over brewer, a Chemex, paper filter, any of the above. Next question: is there caffeine content in Ticino's chocolate blends? all of them do have some cocoa powder, but no, there's no caffeine in them. And I know that sounds crazy because cacao has a little bit of caffeine in it. That's true. Because it's such a small amount, there's no traceable amount of caffeine that comes over from them. So in a serving, you have a little bit of cocoa powder to give a nod to that chocolatey flavor, but not enough to register any caffeine. Okay, next question, which we get all the time, is Ticino safe for pregnant or nursing mothers? And the quick answer is yes. That said, we are not doctors, and you should always consult your doctor if you're concerned about what you're putting in your body during pregnancy. Women have consumed chicory in a roasted beverage for centuries with no reported ill effects. Do your own research, but I can assure you from experience and talking to thousands of customers over my time at Ticino that consuming Ticino during pregnancy and breastfeeding is totally fine, and it's not going to pass on any kind of stimulants, obviously like coffee would from caffeine, to your baby. Does Ticino contain gluten? So this is a bit of a complex question because it depends on the flavor. All of our dandelion flavors, we replaced barley with dandelion root. There's no barley in any of our dandelion flavors, and they are certified gluten-free. 100% gluten-free. Don't have to worry about that at all. In the flavors that do have barley in them, what's interesting, gluten is not actually a water-soluble protein. Since you're brewing Ticino and then drinking the brewed liquid, and the grinds have been separated either by a tea bag or a paper filter or a mesh filter, but anyway, the grinds, they're not dissolvable like an instant. They would stay, in the filter. The brewed liquid actually is gluten-free. We've done independent laboratory tests on this. The liquid itself clocks in at less than 5 parts per million of gluten, which is the industry standard for something to be gluten-free. So all of our barley flavors do not claim to be gluten-free. You wouldn't want to bake with the grinds and then eat the grinds straight. Then you'd be getting the gluten, right? If you are extremely sensitive, and some people, I get that, just don't even want to touch something that has gluten in it, no problem. That's why we created the dandelion blends, and those were all certified gluten-free. Okay, that concludes the questions for today. Thank you so much for sending in your questions. Please send more our way. We want to be as transparent and informative as possible, and love getting questions from our customers and fans, followers, and all the above. So appreciate you listening today. Hopefully that was informative for you and learned something, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon. Thanks so much.
So that was Ticino Q&As, question and answers. So hopefully some of your questions were answered during that video. Sister Carla, yes. For me, I am super sensitive. So whenever I drank the flavors that were not of the dandelion brand, I always got an upset stomach. And I thought, what is going on here? This stuff is supposed to be good for my gut, but the barley was not good for me. So I stay away from that. So if you are sensitive, once again, to gluten, stick to the ones that contain the dandelion. It says dandelion herbal tea samples. This one is a sample box of the 6 flavors. Awesome. So once again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're about to get started. And please do me a favor, because I do not promote on social media, because I do not have any other social media accounts other than my YouTube channel. So I depend on word of mouth to grow this channel and to reach other Shebrews out there, and not just Shebrews, but any sisters out there that that may be interested in what Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty has to offer. So by word of mouth, or you can share on your social media platforms and just get the word out about what we do here, about us having these shows to help heal inside and out. Like we say, it's for inner healing and outer beauty. So as you all know, last week we didn't have a show last Sunday because we were way too busy coming down from the cloud that we were on during Passover, right? So some of us are still on that cloud. But we did, the week before, we did kick off March Gut Health Month, that previous Sunday. So the show was gut health. How important is it? Did anyone learn anything from that show? Was there anything in particular that stood out for you? Was there anything at all that really stuck out for you during that show? It was about gut health and how important is it? So talk to me. Was there anything that just really stood at, where you said, oh my gosh, I didn't know that, or that sure is a great reminder? Let's talk about gut health. I'm going to share something really quick. Give me just a second here. So, did you remember this? 70%, more than 70% of our immune system lies in our gut. That should have really resonated with you as to the importance of gut health, because our immune system, we can't fight off diseases, sicknesses, germs if we have a weakened immune system. And if more than 70% of our immune system lies in our gut, then it is super important for us to have a healthy gut. And that's why we're talking about these things for this entire month. So fortunately, we had 5 Sundays in March. So although we missed last Sunday, we will still have a total of 4 Sundays to delve into gut health. So yes. Oh my goodness. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? We are having some issues here. I am going to take a quick break because my screen is flashing off and on and off and on. Are you having any issues seeing me, sisters? Are you all having any issues seeing me? I don't know what's going on, but my screen is just flashing off and on. So you can hear me and you can see me okay, Sister Carla? Yeah, my screen is getting really snowy and then it will just go black. So I'm going to take just a brief break to find out what this issue is. And I will be right back. Give me just a minute to figure this out.
Shebrew royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Right back.
Joy and peace. She's got long suffering, gentleness, and goodness. Temperance, faith, and meekness too. Shebrew royalty. She's got the fruits of the spirit.
Okay. I pray that the problem is solved. It appeared as though one of my connections was loose. So I'm hoping and praying, pray with me that that was the issue and that the problem has been solved. Okay. Wow. You know, the enemy will try anything, right? So welcome to the 4th Sunday of March, 2024 on Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. So every Sunday of this month, we're delving into topics pertaining to gut health. So tonight, we're going to keep this simple, straight to the point, sticking with the theme of gut health. On tonight's show, prebiotics and probiotics for optimal gut health. We must talk about prebiotics and probiotics. What are they? What do they do? And where do you find them? So let's talk about this. So let's start with prebiotics, of course. So this article by the Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials, What are Probiotics and What Do They Do? Will answer most, if not all, of the questions that you may have about prebiotics. So let's jump right into this this article. And this is once again from Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials. Let me get this on the screen here for you. Here we go. So this says, what are prebiotics and what do they do? Okay. So it says the bacteria in your gastrointestinal tract, what doctors call your gut microbiota, never let any of your food go to waste. Those helpful microorganisms break down and digest your food in order to enhance your immune system. So here we go, we're talking about the immune system and help with inflammation. But what's keeping those helpful little bugs alive? And how can you get that bacteria to work better for you? The answer is prebiotics. Digestive disease researcher and registered dietitian Gail Cressy, PhD, RD, shares some secrets behind prebiotics, how they differ from probiotics, and a list of foods you can eat to keep your gut bacteria healthy and strong. So what do prebiotics do? To understand prebiotics, you have to know first what probiotics are, as they're often confused with each other. Probiotics are live microorganisms that have been isolated from human intestines and are shown to have beneficial effects when they're consumed in adequate amounts. Probiotics can be found in dietary supplements and fermented foods like kombucha, yogurt, or tempeh. In order to be considered a probiotic, after ingestion, the microorganisms need to survive stomach acid and bile so they can make it all the way to your colon to meet up with the other live microorganisms living there. Once they arrive, they need to be able to survive in that environment. So that's the gut ecosystem, right? The more variety of these healthy microorganisms you have, the more they can do for you. Prebiotics function as a food source for your gut's microorganisms. So here we go, the ecosystem in the gut. And they need to bypass digestion and make it all the way to your colon. There, the microorganisms metabolize and ferment the prebiotics to survive. The metabolism and fermentation process is beneficial to your gut health because it creates a variety of other byproducts that help you in a number of ways. When prebiotics are broken down by the microorganisms in your gut, different short-chain fatty acids are created depending on the kind of prebiotic. As a result, these short-chain fatty acids do a number of things, like provide energy to your colon cells, help with mucus production, and aid in inflammation and immunity. Different microorganisms may use different prebiotics, so not every prebiotic gives you the same effect, says Dr. Cressy. So what are the benefits of prebiotics? The benefits of prebiotics are wide-ranging. There's still a lot of research being done to determine exactly how food sources for your gut microbiota works. But there are a few things we know prebiotics do. They help regulate bowel movements. They produce neurotransmitters that go back and forth between your gut and your brain to trigger mood changes and other processes. They stimulate your body to make hormones that aid in appetite suppression, and more. They help your bones mineralize and absorb calcium and phosphorus, which can improve bone density. They improve how well your immune system functions. They enhance your body's anti-inflammatory response. They increase production of good bacteria and decrease bad bacteria that causes disease. The number of benefits prebiotics may have is complex, says Dr. Cressy. So much is always continually being discovered. So what are some prebiotic foods? Prebiotic foods are usually high in certain types of fiber known as fermentable soluble fiber. How you cook your food determines how many prebiotics are available too, because your food changes composition based on how you cook it or not cook it. Although there are many kinds of prebiotics, 3 of the most common are found in resistant starches, inulin and pectin. So let's talk about the resistant starches. Like fiber, resistant starches resist digestion and end up as a main food source for microorganisms in your colon. When resistant starches are broken down, they often produce butyrate, which helps with water and electrolyte absorption, immune system functionality, and anti-inflammation. If you're eating foods that help produce butyrate and you have the right bacteria in your gut, then your butyrate levels will be higher, which has been shown to have all these beneficial effects, says Dr. Cressy. Take potatoes, for example. There's less resistant starch when you bake potatoes, but if you boil them and let them chill, that white starchy film that results is the resistant starch you want. Resistant starches can be found in boiled or chilled potatoes, green bananas, barley, oats, rice, beans, and legumes. Inulin is a prebiotic fiber contained in many plants. This prebiotic can help you feel full for longer periods, assisting with overeating and helping with bowel movements. It can also help lower LDL cholesterol or the bad cholesterol, stabilize blood sugars, and increase and maintain the good bacteria in your gut. It may also help reduce your risk of colon cancer. While you can take inulin as a supplement in gummy, tablets, capsules, and powder form, foods high in inulin tend to also have additional benefits by providing antioxidants and other vitamins. Some of these foods include asparagus, burdock root, chicory root, dandelion greens, garlic, Jerusalem artichokes, leeks, onions, soybeans, and wild yams. Pectin. You'll find pectin in a lot of fruits, especially in the pulp of raw apples. Pectin is a type of gel-like starch, often used to create jams and jelly. This starch has antioxidant and anti-tumor properties. It also may enhance the skin cells of your intestinal lining, decrease the ability for bacterial diseases to take root, and improve the diversity of microorganisms in your gut. More human studies are needed to determine other beneficial results. Foods high in pectin includes apples, apricots, carrots, green beans, peaches, raspberries, tomatoes, and potatoes. So when should you take prebiotics and when you shouldn't? So where and how should you start using prebiotics? Dr. Cressy suggests working them into your diet slowly. Don't go overnight and start eating a ton of these, she advises. When they start working and waking up your microbiota, it'll start creating more gas. So you don't want a reverse effect where you feel super bloated or gassy. This should be a gradual introduction into your diet. And because your body operates on a circadian rhythm, the microorganisms in your gut are more active during the day. So you'll want to make sure you don't eat prebiotics too late in the evening. If you have digestive issues like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, you may have trouble digesting certain prebiotics, especially stone fruit like peaches, mangoes, and cherries. But for the most part, while there's a lot left to be studied in the field of prebiotics, Dr. Cressy says they can't hurt if you incorporate them into your diet through natural sources. There's really no way to go wrong with eating fruits and vegetables, says Dr. Cressy. You're going to get fiber, vitamins, and minerals, and most likely you're also going to get some prebiotics. So I am going to share this article by the Cleveland Clinic Health Essentials in the comment box for you, in case you want to refer back to the information here. There we go. Perfect. So let's see. I have some new comments here. Oh, wow. See you. We will be here. Thawada for your patience, sisters. The enemy don't want the sisters to get the info. Yes, he's busy, isn't he? Not today. Exactly. Not today, Satan. Praise the Most High to all my beautiful sisters. Sister Paula, so good to see you. Shalawam. Shalawam, Sister Paula. Yes, so that was some information on prebiotics. So now we know what they are, what they do, and some of the sources where we can get prebiotics, right? And then we just talked about our prebiotic teas, dandelion and chicory root. Very good for prebiotics. So we have the foods and we have the teas. So now we know the sources. So let's look here. I'm going to bring another slide up here and the functions of prebiotics. Give me just a second to pull this up. All right, so here we go. This is just a chart that shows the function of the prebiotics. Number one, they stimulate the growth and reproduction of only useful microflora. They maintain an optimal pH balance in the intestines. They stimulate local immunity. They remove excess mucus from the walls of the small intestines. They reduce the formation of gases. They suppress the reproduction in the intestines of pathogenic or harmful bacteria. They stimulate peristalsis, which is the movement of the intestines that causes the stool to pass through. And then it improves the work of the digestive system. So we need prebiotics to maintain this healthy, all of these functions, which will in turn help us to have a healthier gut. So those were the functions of prebiotics. So now let's talk about the probiotics. And here's another article by the Cleveland Clinic titled Probiotics. So let's talk about the probiotics. Now that we know what the prebiotics are, let's talk about the probiotics. Sister Carla says, love both dandelion and chicory root. Yes. Yes, they make some flavorful tea, don't they? Oh, that popped up twice. Okay, let's go to probiotics. Let's shift our focus here to probiotics. Probiotics, here we are. All right, this is also by the Cleveland Clinic. Probiotics. Probiotics are live bacteria and yeast that have beneficial effects on your body. These species already live in your body, along with many others. Probiotic supplements add to your existing supply of friendly microbes. They help fight off the less friendly types and boost your immunity against infections. So let's see, what are probiotics? Here's an overview. Probiotics are live microorganisms or microbes that can have beneficial effects on the inside of your body. Every human body is home to trillions of microorganisms that live with us and help support our bodily functions and health. Not all of the microbes we may carry are helpful to us. Some types, such as germs, can be harmful, but beneficial microbes like probiotics help to control the potentially harmful types. That's why we need that balance, right? Probiotic products contain select beneficial types of microbes to add to the populations already living in your body. Many probiotics are oral supplements designed to be ingested into your gastrointestinal tract. Others are topical products that you can apply to your skin or to the mucous membranes inside your body cavities, like your nose or genitals. These are all places where beneficial microbes commonly live. So what do probiotics do? Probiotics are food and health products that contribute live beneficial microbes to the populations within your gut and elsewhere in order to strengthen those communities. They're meant to prevent and treat dysbiosis, which is an imbalance or deficit of beneficial microbes in your microbiome. When they work, the microbes take up residence on or in your body, adding to the populations already living there. Not all probiotics are alike, though. Different types of microbes function differently within your body. So different types may be better or worse for your condition. Probiotics also aren't regulated by the FDA, so manufacturers don't have to prove the quality or even the contents of their products. It's a good idea to consult a knowledgeable healthcare provider about which probiotics might work best for your needs. So when are probiotics recommended? If you have symptoms of dysbiosis in your digestive system or elsewhere, your healthcare provider might recommend probiotics to help bring your microbiome back to balance. If you've recently had an illness or treatment that weakened your microbiome, your provider might suggest probiotics to help rebuild it. For example, they might suggest taking or using probiotics after finishing a course of antibiotics. How many of us have taken antibiotics and the end result was a yeast infection? So that's dysbiosis, right? And it's because now of the imbalance of the good bacteria versus the bad bacteria, or yeast, an overgrowth of yeast. So some people take a daily probiotic supplement to maintain their general wellness. You might want to do this if you're prone to gut health issues and you notice it helps. A healthy gut microbiome can boost your overall immunity, reduce inflammation, and help keep your bowels regular. Everyday things like stress and food choices can diminish your gut microbiome, and probiotics are one way to help restore it. Which probiotics are effective? For a probiotic to have any benefit to your health, it must, number one, be of a variety that has proven benefits for your body. Number two, be in a form that's safe to consume or apply to your body. Number three, contain viable microbes that have survival in the commercial process. Number four, be able to survive the journey through your digestive tract if it's an oral probiotic. Some of the most frequently studied and recommended probiotics include the Lactobacillus genus, included L. acidophilus, L. rhamnosus, L. casea, and L. plantarum. The Lactobacillus genus, including L. acidophilus, L. rhamnosus, L. casea, and L. plantarum, and I'm going to probably butcher this, Bifidobacterium genus, including Bifidobacterium longum and Bifidobacterium breve. Acidophilus may be the most well-known probiotic on the market today, possibly because it has so many different applications. Acidophilus is found naturally in your mouth, gut, stomach, lungs, vagina, and urinary tract, and it can help restore balance in all of these microbiomes. These products are all available over the counter in grocery stores, drugstores, and health and wellness stores. They come as dietary supplements, capsules, liquids, or powders, or as topical lotions or creams for different uses. Your healthcare provider can help you select a good one to try for your needs. You can also get probiotics in less concentrated quantities from fermented foods and drinks, including yogurt and kefir, cottage cheese, miso soup, kombucha, sauerkraut or kimchi, pickles, and pickle juice. Fermented foods and drinks are one way to get more probiotics into your GI tract. Food processing can sometimes destroy these natural probiotics. though, so check the labels for live and active cultures. So what are the risks and benefits of the probiotics? What are the potential health benefits of probiotics? The beneficial microbes that live in different parts of your bodies assist us in a variety of ways. One of the most important ways is by fighting off the more harmful types of bacteria, fungi, viruses, and parasites that might also want to live with us. Probiotics, in theory, fight on the side of your beneficial microbes. Many probiotic products are formulated with beneficial bacteria and yeast for the purpose of preventing or recovering from bacterial or yeast infections in your different body parts, including atopic dermatitis and acne, or eczema is another name for atopic dermatitis, and acne, cavities and gum disease, vaginal and urinary tract infections, antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Your healthcare provider might suggest using these products preventively if you have a history of infections, or using them to help restore your microbiome after treatment with antibiotics. Oral probiotics may have many additional benefits. Your gut microbiome, the community of microbes living in your GI tract, plays a complex role in your digestive system and in many other body systems. Within your digestive system, we know that a healthy gut microbiome helps to break down and absorb certain nutrients and medications, produces other important nutrients as byproducts, helps break down and recycle bile after digestion, helps train your immune system to recognize and eliminate harmful microbes. And we also know that an unhealthy gut microbiome, one in which harmful microbes outnumber the helpful types, can contribute to a variety of chronic gastrointestinal diseases, including chronic bacterial infections like H. pylori, which H. pylori is known to cause ulcers, and C. diff, which causes really terrible diarrhea, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, inflammatory bowel diseases like ulcerative colitis and Crohn's disease, general digestive difficulties like constipation, gas, and irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Taking oral probiotics might help prevent or treat these conditions, although results may vary. Beyond your digestive system, we know that your gut microbiome also interacts with your brain and nervous system, your immune system, and your endocrine system. Some researchers believe that the health of your gut microbiome might influence many aspects of your overall health, including your mood and pain tolerance, mental acuity and fatigue, inflammation and immune response, metabolism, blood sugar, and fat storage. All of this is still under active research, though. We don't fully understand how it all works yet, or what effects probiotics might have within these body systems, if any. There's not enough evidence to draw solid conclusions, but there's enough for some healthcare providers to recommend trying them. So are there any risks or side effects to taking probiotics? While there's little specific research on the safety of probiotics, they appear to be safe for healthy people to take. They have a long history of widespread and regular use among the public. There's a small risk of adverse side effects for people with weaker immune systems. This includes people taking immunosuppressant drugs, people with critical illnesses, and infants who've been born prematurely. The risk is that a probiotic product might contain a harmful type of microbe along with the helpful types. Microbes are very small, so it's possible for the wrong kind to slip in under the radar if a product isn't rigorously tested. This is rare, and it's not a serious risk for most people. A healthy immune system will easily clear out the imposter, but in a weakened immune system, it could cause a serious infection. So here are some additional common questions. Let's see here. Let's go through this. How can I tell if probiotics are working for me? If you're taking probiotics for a specific purpose and the probiotics are working, you should be able to tell that you're feeling better. For example, if you're taking them to help relieve constipation or diarrhea, you should notice your poop becoming more regulated over time. If you're taking them to relieve a bacterial or yeast infection or overgrowth, you should notice your symptoms improving. Make sure you're taking them consistently and at the recommended dosage so you can properly judge how well they're working. If you're taking them preventatively, it may be harder to tell. For example, if some people take probiotics to improve their immunity during the cold and flu season, you might notice that you haven't been sick as often as usual, but it's hard to know if that's due to the probiotics. Can probiotics cause diarrhea, constipation, or stomach pain? Many people take probiotics to help relieve diarrhea, constipation, or stomach pain. Over the long term, probiotics should improve your overall gut health, including your bowel regularity and digestion, reducing discomfort. But in the short term, it's possible that introducing new probiotics could trigger similar symptoms, especially if you're taking a large dose or if your gut tends to be sensitive in general. Many probiotics produce a byproduct called short-chain fatty acids in your gut. These byproducts have many benefits to your gut health, but a sudden influx of them could cause temporary diarrhea. Other probiotics produce gases in your gut as byproducts. If you suddenly have more of them than usual, you might notice increased bloating and gas during digestion. These symptoms should resolve within a few days. What's the best way to take a probiotic? You can take probiotics as a dietary supplement, or you can get them through fermented foods and drinks. There are benefits to both methods. In general, food and drink sources might help to promote a greater diversity of microbes in your biome, which is good for maintaining your general health. Some food sources may include prebiotics, the fibers that probiotics need to feed on to thrive. If you want to treat a particular issue, you might want to take a specific probiotic supplement that your healthcare provider has recommended for that purpose. A supplement will typically provide a higher dose of probiotics than food sources will. Take it as recommended on the label. Some probiotics work better with food and others on an empty stomach. Most need to be taken daily for best results. And so this is a final note from the Cleveland Clinic. There's a lot of research in progress on the potential benefits of probiotics, and initial results are promising. Different probiotics products may help improve your skin health, your vaginal health, your gut health, and build your immunity in general. While they may not be the total solution to your health issues, they might provide an important piece of the puzzle. Ask your provider about taking probiotics. They can help you pick the best one for you, ensure your safety, and monitor your results. So that was once again from the Cleveland Clinic. I'm going to share this article as well. So Sister Carla said, love kimchi. All right. Perfect. So yeah, that is the scoop on the probiotics and prebiotics. So let's look at this chart now of the function, just the overall, the function of the probiotics, just as we did with the prebiotics. Give me just a minute. Let's bring this up. So here we go. So here are the functions of the probiotics. Prevents reproduction of pathogenic or bad microflora. Antagonistic effects on the harmful microorganisms. So it works against the harmful microorganisms, strengthens the immune system, causes improved digestion and intestinal motility, produces vitamin K, cyanocobalamin, which is vitamin B12, thiamine, folic acid, and biotin. It normalizes the level of cholesterol. It aids in digestion of carbohydrates and proteins and regulates the absorption of mineral gases and water. So once again, now you can see why we need probiotics as well. So let's see, what is the difference? What's the difference between a prebiotic, a probiotic, and a symbiotic? Prebiotic, probiotic, and symbiotic. Let's do a little microbiology here. So here's the differences. So a prebiotic is a chemical substance or fiber that humans cannot digest, but promotes growth of the probiotic microbes. That's the prebiotic. A probiotic, probiotics are living microorganisms that provide numerous health benefits on humans. And a symbiotic are a mixture of a prebiotic and probiotic that improves the survival and activity of microorganisms. So those are the differences. Did I share that last article? I did not share that last article, did I? And I have already closed it out. I apologize for that. So what are some of the prebiotic foods that help to support our digestive health? So let's talk about the foods, because we've talked a lot about the benefits of the prebiotics and the probiotics. Let's delve into some of the foods. We've talked about the kimchi. Some are very common, of course, but there are some other foods. I have a list of 20 prebiotic foods to support digestive health. So this way, if there are some that you don't tolerate really well, that you may look into others as an option. So let's look at the 20 prebiotic foods to support digestive health. And this is by Trifecta Nutrition. 20 prebiotic foods to support digestive health. Here we go, and we're just going to skim through them. We're not going to go into all of that information because we've already done that. Let's just scroll down. What foods are high in prebiotics? Okay, so let's start here. It says, at the end of the day, eating a diverse and healthy diet with a range of whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, and other fiber-rich foods can help you establish better digestive health and overall health. So here are mushrooms. And I'm going to share this link. I'm going to share this link for you. So we're not going to read through everything because, like I said, these are 20 prebiotic foods to support digestive health, but we'll just skim through it really quickly. So there's mushrooms, asparagus. I had asparagus today with my dinner. Seaweed, Jerusalem artichokes, chickpeas, lentils, and kidney beans, my favorites. Chicory root, we talked about that earlier. Onions, leeks, garlic, and spring garlic. Love garlic and onions. Nectarines, watermelons, and blueberries. My gut is not very friendly with onions. I love onions, but it's not real gut friendly for me. So for me, my onions usually have to be pretty well cooked, which I'm sure reduces so much of the benefits. But I do love onions. Nectarines, watermelon, and blueberries. Those are all yummy as well. Oats and barley. Dandelion greens, we talked about that. Cocoa powder, jamaica root, or jicama root. Was that 20 already? Oh my goodness, that was 20. Went by those really fast, so I'll just go over them one more time. Mushrooms, asparagus, Jerusalem artichoke, seaweed, chickpeas, lentils, and kidney beans, chicory root, onions, leeks, garlic, and spring garlic, nectarines, watermelon, and blueberries, oats and barley, dandelion greens, cocoa powder, and jicama root. These are all excellent prebiotics. So let me share this for you as well. I am going to drop this in the comment box right here. So these are all the good stuff that the probiotics can feed on. All right. So now that we've talked about the prebiotics, I have 20 probiotic foods with good bacteria. And this is by Very Well Health. So let's look at the 20 probiotic rich foods. We are trying to heal our guts. Sauerkraut. We're going into that. Sauerkraut for the probiotic. That was the list of prebiotics. Now we're going, Sister Lillian, now we're going into the probiotics. So here we go, the 20 probiotic foods with good bacteria. So here we go. Let's see, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, there's supposed to be 20. Let me make sure I have 20 here. Yep. All right. So here's the list of good probiotic foods: kefir, yogurt, cultured buttermilk, fermented milk, frozen yogurt, tempeh, miso. Here's your sauerkraut, Sister Lillian. Sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, fermented fish, cottage cheese, and it says look for brands with probiotics listed on the label. Apple cider vinegar, also look for a brand that is unpasteurized and contains the mother, which is the live culture of fermenting organisms. So it's important that we know what types to consume, right? Olives, if fermented but not canned. Pickled onions, if fermented but not canned. Pickled beets, if fermented but also not canned. Pickled cucumbers, if fermented but not canned. And then that was 17. And it says here, these are the other three. Some foods may have probiotics added to them, even though they are not fermented. These include cereals, cheeses, and probiotic drinks. So once again, let's go over them really quick. Kefir, yogurt, cultured buttermilk, fermented milk, frozen yogurt, tempeh, miso, sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha, fermented fish. I've never heard of yutonga and kapsu. I've never heard of those. Cottage cheese. Once again, look for the brands with probiotics listed on the label. Apple cider vinegar, look for the brands that's unpasteurized and contains the mother, which is the live culture of fermenting organisms. Olives, if fermented but not canned. Pickled onions, if fermented but not canned. Pickled beets, same, if fermented but not canned. Pickled cucumbers, same thing, if fermented but not canned. And then here are some of the foods that may have probiotics added to them, even though they are not fermented. These include cereals, cheeses, and probiotic drinks. And I am going to share this article from Very Well Health for you as well. So Sister Johnny says, I love the sweet sauerkraut and I like kombucha also. Khan, I really like kombucha. So now that we know what the prebiotics and probiotics are, what their functions are in gut health, and the food sources that provide them, what's next? So what's next? What do we do with this information now that we have it? What do we do with this information? Well, we should use this information, right, to heal our gut. So are you ready to embark on the healthy gut eating plan? Who's ready to get started on this healthy gut eating plan? Who's ready? Because I don't just give out this information and then say, okay, see you later. There's always a plan behind it, right? On how we're going to implement what we just learned. We're not just learning this stuff just to learn it and then to forget about it. So Sister Lillian says she's ready to embark on this healthy gut eating plan. I am too. I am too. I am so tired of my gut being so sensitive. It's just really, it just gets upset very easily. And I want, some people say, oh, I have a gut of steel. I don't know if I want a gut of steel, but I definitely want a healthy gut. So yeah, what steps do you plan to take to improve your gut health? What are some of the things that you plan to do? But remember, Rome was not built in a day, right? So we're going to start slowly. Like the article said, we need to start slowly. Otherwise, our gut is going to go into shock and it's going to rebel. You think it's upset now. You haven't seen an upset stomach, an upset gut until you do something to really flare it up. And so we want to embark on this journey. We want to approach it from a healthy standpoint. We want to approach it from a smart standpoint, and just incorporate a little bit at a time. Because if you go with too much too soon, then you don't know. If you have a flare up, then you don't know exactly what caused the flare up. If you're adding too many things all at the same time. So Sister Paula says, I am too. Let's get ready. Yeah, so let's talk about how we're going to do it, right? So I mentioned earlier about the Ticino teas. This is a great way to start for your prebiotics. This is a great way to start. Just one tea bag in the morning, and I'm telling you, this stuff, it just smells so, just the scent, just the aroma. This one is the dandelion caramel nut. But just one in the morning, for starters, as your prebiotic. This is your prebiotic. And then we're going to talk about what we can do to now also incorporate a probiotic. So for those of you that are probably, if you're already taking supplements, then I don't know if you're taking any. Sister Lillian says, where can we purchase it? HEB. Some of the HEBs have it, but you can also find it on Amazon. And this one is the dandelion herbal teas. I purchased the one with the dandelion because these flavors are gluten-free. These flavors are without the barley. So you can get this from some of the HEBs. The HEB that's really close to me doesn't carry it, but there's another HEB that has it in stock there. So, to play it safe, order it on Amazon. Sister Alicia says, my gut is upside down. Oh, yes. We need to get your gut right side up. Get your gut, we have to get your gut in order. That's what we have to do. Yes. So, I personally need to embark on this journey due to my own gut struggles that I mentioned, right? Due to my history of IBS and dairy and gluten intolerance, my diet is really strict. Also, I don't know if any of you deal with this, but whenever I travel, my IBS acts up. It's because of the stress involved with the travel, and also because I'm so accustomed to cooking my own foods. And like I said, I have such a strict diet that when I travel, I'm not able to get the same, of course, quality of food that I'm accustomed to eating. So when I'm traveling and I have to eat out more often, I have to ask questions like, oh, what oil are you using? What type of fish do you have? How do you prepare this? What, don't put any onions in that. And so when I'm traveling, my gut gets really upset, and I come home and then I have to do extra to calm it down to get my gut back in check. So I know that's one of my triggers. Definitely is traveling and eating out. Because like I said, I'm so accustomed to cooking my own food and making sure that everything, as much as possible, is organic, is gluten-free, contains no cow's milk, because my gut doesn't tolerate that. And I'm not much of an almond milk drinker. I prefer the oat milk. And so, like I said, when I'm eating out, I have to be so very particular. I don't know how many of you have that same issue. Sister Lillian says, who makes that one? The company is called Ticino. Teeccino. And I think that you joined us a little bit late, Sister Lillian. So what you can do is go back to the beginning of this video, and you will be able to see a lot of information on the Ticino on the video. So yes, Teeccino, and they make teas, herbal teas, and herbal coffees as well. Oh, it's not a problem. It's not a problem, Sister Lillian. Not a problem at all. Don't be sorry. I was just letting you know that prior to you coming in, we had mentioned that. So I don't want you to miss the Q&A section by Ticino, where they answered a lot of questions about their brand of herbal teas and coffees. But they're so super delicious. Very, very delicious. And this is mine right now. This is the caramel nut. And I added a little bit of honey and some oat milk. And it has that coffee flavor, like that caramel nut coffee flavor to it, but it's actually a tea. So I am ready to get on a daily pre and probiotic regimen. So one cup of my Ticino tea in the morning. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it, Sister Lillian. You are. And let's talk about my probiotic. We've talked about my prebiotics, so let me share with you what my probiotic is going to be. This is my probiotic plan. Check that out. It is by Fermentalicious. And it is the complete kombucha brewing starter kit. It includes everything you need to make kombucha at home. So I am going to start making my own kombucha. I used to buy the bottled kombuchas, but back then when I was buying the kombucha like daily, they were pretty expensive. They were pretty expensive. And then I ended up falling off my regular routine. So I have decided that now I'm going on this healthy gut journey, that because I love to cook and make my own products, I am going on this journey to make my own kombucha. So it says here, if you can make sweet tea, you can brew kombucha. It says, number 1, make sweet tea. You need water, tea, and sugar. Number 2, add the culture. Number 3, ferment. And number 4, bottle. Put it in the bottle. So let's look at the kit. Let's look at what's in this Fermentalicious kit. Boy. There we go. Everything that you need to make your kombucha is in here. Everything you need. So let's open this kit up and oh my gosh, it smells so good. If you can't tell, you know, for me, it's all about aromas. I love the aromas. I love sweet smelling stuff, good smelling stuff. That's why I keep my aromatherapy going. It always smells good in here. So let's Fermentalicious. And by the way, this is all organic. It is all organic by Fermentalicious. I did a lot of research, and this was the brand that I chose based on my research. And I also called the company and talked to them. I also called them and talked to them about their kit and so on. So let's see. It says here, organic live kombucha SCOBY, which is symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, hand-selected pellicle with 12 ounces of mature active starter tea, or starter tea is carefully aged. Our starter tea is carefully aged to ensure a healthy and successful brew. So it has all of the instructions in here on how to make this tea, this kombucha. So it says here, these are happy, healthy cultures. This is the live starter culture, makes 1 gallon, always organic and always fresh, it says here. Mix 1 gallon. And then this is all the instructions that you need to brew your kombucha. So I'm going to have some fun this week making my kombucha. How about you? Kombucha, kimchi, we have so many options, right? For some of us, we may want to make our own kimchi at home. We may want to pickle some onions or beets. So let's start somewhere. Start somewhere. So this is my project. This is my project for this week. What is the best water to make it or consume? You know, I don't know if in the instructions, if it mentions which water. I use spring water for everything. And so when I go through the instructions, if it doesn't say on the box what type of water. It just says water. So I imagine that my spring water should be okay. So that's my plan. Once again, Sister Johnny, this is so simple. It's so simple because you order it and everything comes in the box, everything that you need. And as you can see, you even get the jar that you need to make it in. And I ordered this off of Amazon as well. But I did some research prior to finding it on Amazon. And This was the company, like I said, that I chose to purchase the kit from. I called the company and I spoke with them. I felt pretty comfortable in trying this, and it's also USDA organic, and so that was huge for me. That helped me to really make my mind up. It says happy healthy cultures. This kit provides the tools and tips to get you started and the knowledge and support to keep you brewing. So yeah, I will keep you all up to date on my kombucha making journey. So I've got my prebiotic and my probiotic. Sister Paula says, I'm do pickle onions. Okay. I never thought of that. I love onions. That's great, Sister Paula. And then when we come back together, you can tell us what it was like pickling the onions. Sister Carla says, I love onions too, Sister Paula. So are you going to, what exactly does kombucha derive from? It's from the teas, the cultures, the bacterial cultures, and it says here the sugar, and then you allow it to ferment. You allow it to ferment. So it's primarily getting those good cultures in your gut. Yep. Yeah, so this is from the company, once again, is called Fermentalicious.com. Fermentaholics, I'm sorry, Fermentaholics.com. Fermentaholics.com. And it's the complete kombucha brewing starter kit. Okay. So cool. I am so ready to get started on that. So who's joining the Healthy Gut Club? Who is joining the Healthy Gut Club? I know it doesn't sound very appealing, but it will definitely pay off. So this is my plan for the club. Let's talk about the plan for the Healthy Gut Club. So go through the list of the fermented or pickled foods and learn how to make one of them. Like Sister Paula says, the onions, the pickled onions. Some people may want pickled cucumbers. You know, whatever you found on that list. And remember, I shared the list in the chat box. Be sure to download that. Learn how to go ahead and get started this week. Get started this week, because when we come together next Sunday is already the last Sunday of the month. Can you believe that? It's already the last Sunday of the month. So when we come together next Sunday, remember it's either the last or the first Sunday of each month, we're going to do a virtual get together like we did with the virtual dinner last month. So next week is actually the last Sunday of this month, and I really want to do our virtual get together next week. So if you want to come on the show next week, come together like we did last time for the dinner, and we can talk about our gut health. And I will talk about my experience with getting the kombucha started. I don't think it will be enough time. The week is going to be enough time for it to ferment. I think it has to ferment much longer than that. But we can at least get together and talk about what our goals are for improving our gut health. For those that are pickling anything, please come on and talk about the process of pickling so we can learn. I don't know how to pickle onions, but if you come on the show, you can teach me and others how to pickle onions, or how to pickle cucumbers, or how to make kimchi, how to make sauerkraut, whatever it is that you choose to make for your probiotic. I think that we can all learn next week. So Sister Paula said, count me in. All praises. Yes, yes, yes. Sister Carla says she's in. All right. So yes, what I will do is I will send you all a link so that you are able to join me on camera next week. So we're going to get together and have this virtual gut health club. We can talk about it and talk about our fermented foods. Okay? So Sister Carla said cucumbers. Awesome. Sister Lillian, you're in. All right. I am so excited about this. I'm so excited about this. I know my sister, Althea, if you are out there, my biological sister Althea is, I think she's here tonight. She's viewing, she's watching, but she's having some issues with trying to come in on the chat. So if you're here, if you can hear me, welcome to Tea Time with Shebrew Royalty. Welcome for your first time with us. This is what we do. And hopefully next week you'll be able to join us and at least be able to post something in the chat. We'll work on it this week for you so that you're able to participate next week in the chat. We'll figure out what the problem is. So next week, Sunday, is the 5th and final Sunday of March, which ends Gut Health Month. So we're going to have our virtual get-together next week. So Sister Lillian, for those of you, the majority of you have my phone number. So please just send me a reminder. Just send me a text saying I'm in, so I can make sure that I get the link to you for you to join the virtual get together next month. And like I said, invite others. Invite others. So let's talk about April. April is approaching. Can you believe that? So after next week, we're into April already. So the reason I wanted to bring April up is because next month is alternative and complementary therapies and treatments month. So that's the theme. Alternative and complementary therapies and treatments. So we're going to talk about chiropractic care, massage therapy, herbal remedies, and aromatherapy. These are some of the topics that we're going to discuss. And the reason I'm bringing it out early is because the first Sunday, which is the 7th of April, is going to be super special. Why? Because my chiropractor, Dr. Michael Williams, will be joining us for a talk about a specialized area of chiropractic treatment. A specialized area of chiropractic treatment. I've been seeing chiropractors for many, many, many years, but I had been seeing traditional chiropractors. But Dr. Michael Williams is an upper cervical chiropractor, which means that he focuses primarily on the atlas and the axis, the upper cervical area of the spine. And it's a very specialized area of chiropractic. And he has graciously agreed to come on the show and talk to us about what that's about, because so many people are dealing with so many health issues, not realizing that it's coming from their neck. And I am going to give my personal testimony about my health crisis that led me to seek upper cervical chiropractic care, which led me to Dr. Williams, and how it has changed my life. So please invite others to join us on the 7th of April. It's going to be so informative. It's going to be so informative. And we also want to give a warm welcome, like I said, to my chiropractor, Dr. Williams. He's taking time out of his busy schedule to join us. And I really would like to have a great showing for him that night, and not only for him, but for us as well, because this information is going to be life-changing for many, many people. So if there's someone that you know that is having any health issues whatsoever, have them join so that they can see if this is something that may benefit them, right? So once again, that's the first week of April. April's theme is alternative and complementary treatment and therapies: chiropractic, massage therapy, herbal remedies, aromatherapy. And by the way, if you know anyone that specializes in any of these areas, massage therapy, herbal remedies, or aromatherapy, please refer them to me so that they can come on, because I'm not an herbalist. I'm not a chiropractor. I love aromatherapy, but I don't specialize in that area. So please, if you know of someone, any of the sisters in the church or even who's not in the church, but this is their area of expertise, please refer them to me. Sister Alicia says, can you send me the link, please? Absolutely, Sister Alicia, I will. Sister Karama, yes, I will. I will send you that link. And Sister Carla says, my daughter did chiropractic cupping and loved it. I'm telling you, every 2 weeks I go in and I have to, because of my condition that I have, it keeps me, I don't take medications for my condition, and it keeps me functioning well. And like I said, I am going to give my testimony as to why I am such a huge advocate of upper cervical chiropractic care. All right. So, yeah. Well, sisters, this is, we've come to the end already of our show tonight. I hope that you found the information that was presented tonight useful. And if you did, please do me a favor and share this video with your sister friends, your relatives. Sister Johnny says, I have worked with a chiropractor and was weaned off all medications. Khan says, I'm telling you, oh my gosh, I will go into multiple, as a matter of fact, testimonies throughout the years of my dealings with chiropractors and how they have helped me in so many different areas. So we'll definitely go into that. So if you enjoyed this show, if you found it useful, please let's grow this channel so that the information can reach Hebrews throughout the 4 corners of the earth. And even those who are not Shebrews, but are willing to be a part of our community. We are to let our light shine so that others can be led to the source of the light. Sister Lillian said, came in late, but what an awesome time I'm having. We'll watch the recording. Thawada, Sister Lillian, Thawada. And I know you are so busy. You are so busy. I get it. I understand. Sister Johnny said, oh, yes, good information. Thawada, sis, Thawada. Yeah. You know, I love doing these shows. I love doing these shows because, like I mentioned before, not only am I teaching, but I'm learning. I'm learning as well. And just doing this with you all helps me to stay on point, helps me to stay on track, because it's so much better and so much easier when you embark on this journey with others. So I truly, truly appreciate you all. I love you and always appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedules to have tea and conversation with me. So Thawada, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you for all of your love and support. Know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for us. So this is where we're at the end of the show. I don't want to leave. Sister Lily said, this is right my alley, sis. I don't medicate either. Con. So yeah, we're all in the right place, right? We're all in the right place. And I praise the Most High for giving us this platform to be able to come together. The water, sis. I thank the Most High for giving us this platform to be able to come together on one accord and to help each other through everything, because we know that some things are about to take place and we need to be in the best, the very, very best health that we have ever been in our lives. We need to take this so seriously. We really need to get in the best shape of our lives. And it doesn't matter what our age is. We can still get in such good health, excellent health, physically, mentally, spiritually. You know, for the most part, the spiritual part, you know, praise the Most High for our elders, our bishops, our deacons, our officers, and so on, that give us that good spiritual food. And of course, we have the word, but we also need to recognize the importance of our mental health and our physical health, because we are mind, the body, and the spirit. And if any one area of our bodies is out of whack, guess what? We're all our whole being is out of whack. I mean, look at the role that just the gut plays in our immune system, 70%. And how many of us have been neglecting our guts and wondering why we're constantly sick, why we're constantly having inflammation and pain. So I thank you all. I thank you all for always giving up of your time. I don't take that lightly, because time is something that we can never get back. So once you spend this time with me, this is time that you can never get back. So I thank you for investing your time, your energy in me, and know that I love you all and I love spending this time with you. And I can't wait for next week, if it's the Most High's will. So once again, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for us. Until the Most High brings us back together again, may you prosper and be in good health. And remember, true healing begins inwardly before it is expressed outwardly. So we have to heal from the inside out. The water. I am your hostess, Kwala Yakaka, a voice of reasoning and justice. And I love you all. Ahatha. And if it's the Most High's will, I will see you next week. Same tea time, same channel. And yeah, that's the plan. Love you all. Shalawam. Shalawam and Barak Ahtha. Have a blessed and amazing week. Barak Ahtha. Shalawam.